All right, welcome back to another episode of Mr. King KMK and Knicks Morning Coffee. Now, it's a day late and a dollar short, but we still got to talk about the dismantling that we did to the Phoenix Suns. All right, but before we do, please like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all viewership. All right, so the other night we put together a master class, if you could say that, against the Phoenix Suns. Now, they were a little bit short-handed, but hey, that's not our problem. I mean, KD wasn't there, Bradley Beal wasn't there, but nobody feels sorry for us when our guys are out. But what we did that night, it just only adds to the fact that we're a growing team and headed in the right direction. Because when you look at some of the plays that were run, you could actually see it. You can see plays being run, and you can see it being executed to perfection. And that's just a credit to the coaching staff and to the players to instill that, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, on our quest to try to do some real damage this season. So I was real happy about that win. I mean, anytime you can go out west and beat a formidable foe like the way we did, you can only see the progress that we're making. And then, you got to be happy about that because, the New York Knicks, we've been stepped on for a lot of years for teasing fans and then also the media getting on us for showing promise, but, never getting to the promised land. But I think now in the past couple of years, it looks like we turning the corner and we a team that's going to be here for a long time. But can't say enough about what Jalen Brunson was doing. Woo, I mean, he coming. I know my partner from Knicks Morning Coffee, Joe Cool, has been on his bandwagon for a while, but each day I'm growing more and more and believing that he really is that guy. I mean, he really is him. And he's displaying that, not just in the points, but, also in the way that he's, directing the team. And I think he's starting to understand, too, he don't have to score 50, 35 every night, for us to be competitive, that there are enough people. And I also know that he believes in Cat because, we're not deferring to Cat, but we're giving him every opportunity to be better than he ever was in this league. And he's already been a monster in this league. So it's like, Tibbs, we doing something right. And then we also got to credit, Leon Rose and Worldwide West for even having the courage to pull the trigger on a big ticket. Our other guys, OG, you can almost say he's our unsung hero so far this season because he's been bringing it every night in different type of ways. He seems to understand whatever it is that, we need as a team, he can go into his bag and pull it out. And I don't care if whatever level scoring it is, he's just giving us that. And then even Mikal Bridges, with the way he's able to get into the lane and get his pull up at any time he wanted, it just makes us in the future that we're gonna be unstoppable. I'm trying to stop myself from jumping the gun, but hey, we saw what we saw, and we know they're not gonna shoot like that every night. I mean, we came out hitting maybe our first 7 to 8 threes. That's not really our characteristic, but hey, we'll take it. And, last year Brunson went into Phoenix and dropped 50. And the way he started the game off, it looked like he was going to drop 50 again. But again, we're a total team, and that was an abomination of us, of how we able to play when all 5 guys are in sync. And it looks like it's starting to be a trend of 5 or 6 guys in double figures. And then double figures, it don't have to be, but it's just nice to know that we're stringing together 30 assist games. Now, we know the Knicks have never really done that. And we're doing it without even the slightest bit of, like, overextending. We're just moving the ball to the open man, and guys are taking advantage, of their mismatch. And even in mid-flight, if somebody pops open, then we hitting them. Now, we also seen Jericho Sims starting to come alive, starting to be noticed by the players on our team that we can take advantage of, his jumping ability. And when we get to the point where we really, really want to focus on him, then that's going to be more incredible for us. But I would kind of like to sneak into a practice and see if we even spending some time, maybe 5 minutes in the open scrimmage of just going his way, making him feel comfortable. And then when the game time comes, then that's up to him to figure out how he could maneuver. But I think we at least owe him that. Just open scrimmages during our practices, Just make him a feature, and then see what happens. Because he's there. He's on the cusp of something great. And again, I said before, he'll never be a 15, 20-point scorer with us. But for another team that needs a big with his skill set, I mean, he can blossom. We ain't talking all-star. We're just talking a very serviceable player in the NBA. And Campaign, hate that Deuce is out, but can't say enough about what Campaign is doing. And again, a lot of these names are going to be repeated as the season go on because this is the type of team that we have. Everybody's going to contribute one way or another. And our wing defense, damn, OG, just put OG in that top 2, 3 for defensive player of the year, just to get him the looks, because the way he's getting his hands on balls for deflection, if you are a defender and you can't overlook the way he's, sitting down in the pocket on these guys and anticipating their moves. Now, he'll get beat sometimes because this is the NBA, but he's laid it on the line every single play for us. And these are all the little things that are making us a great team. And I love OG. I mean, I love that we re-signed him. I mean, I would let somebody else go, before I not have this guy on my team, because you need that type of person that can bring all the intangibles that a good team has to have. And it doesn't have to always show up in the box score, but it's going to show up, when these guys get together and they start talking about where we can go or who we need. Yeah, we need Brunson and we need Towns, but we also need OG. And having Bridges, don't hurt either. Now, also, the other good news is that we talked a little bit the other day about Mitchell Robinson coming back to travel with the team. Now, that's big. That's big in so many different areas. But also Precious Achua is going to be, he's been cleared for, light work, light contact. So we rounded into shape going into December, and it's just going to make the holidays feel, that much special, knowing that we're going to have a full team and we're going to be able to, play teams to our full capacity, not worrying about, if we're going to, fall back and take some step backwards. No, we're not doing that. And the Phoenix game, okay, they were shorthanded, all right, but I don't even look at what's up and coming. We got the Jazz tomorrow, but on this road trip, we also got Dallas and Denver. Now, I think it was last year we whooped up on Denver. We ain't expecting to do what we did to them last year, beating them by like 30. But we are going to go in there and play them the way we're supposed to play them, and they're a championship caliber team. Now, we see what the Dallas Mavericks have been doing the past year. So that's more of a test for me, to see how we guard their wing players, because they're a guard-oriented team, and then they got bigs that can sneak back door on you and get all type of alley-oops. So these are going to be some heads up games we have coming up, and I'm excited to see it. Don't want to overlook the Utah Jazz, but I'm just real excited to see next week when we go up against some of the best that the Western Conference has to offer, and just see how we're progressing. I'm not predicting wins. I'm not predicting, I just want to see how we're progressing. Winning is extras, but just come on, y'all. We know that this team is for real. This team is for real. And everything that we're doing leading up into, the trade deadline, because you always have to remember the past few Decembers, we picked up a gem. Now, what's going to happen this year? I don't know. Come February trade deadline, if we need something, then yeah, we should maybe be able to tackle it. But things that we have right now, when you're still talking about a guy like Matt Ryan, we could put him in the game and use his three-point shooting, by manufacturing him being open to get that shot off. And that's just an added bonus, to this team. But again, I can't complain what management is doing, what Tibbs is doing. I mean, Tibbs now, you kept him out there too long against Phoenix. There was no need for that. I mean, you kept him out there down there, damn near to the last 2 minutes of the game, and you could have risked it. Towns, OG, Brunson, guys that are prone to injury. I don't understand it. But again, you are leader. But come on now. Don't throw this season away trying to secure a victory you already had in hand. All right? But again, this is a big week coming up for us for the New York Knicks and the games that we have. And I like to hear what y'all got to say too. I speak my mind. These are my Knick truths. try to be factual, but it's how I feel about them. So tell me what you feel, and tell me how you think we're going to do against some of the best the West got to offer. All right, until next time, peace.